49ers. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini-camp.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets...
running the ball for a big game.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And on that
big league run takes him down inside the 5-yard line. And momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed,
Charles,
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you could reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great...
in this 3rd quarter, they have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears. They'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that?
10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, always got some breathing room.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And out now. On play action, they'll throw. bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver, 41 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear playing catch up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was in fifth run.
So they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have the back to throw. And some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say there? And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's able to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves.
How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now hold everything here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes.
And have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting him throw an out route. Throw anything inside, and I'll make the tackle. An out route?
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but, hey, they earned it. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Moving, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Back to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. And quite the appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get the yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to chance, because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
12. They'll look to throw again. Shakes off the sand. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
In the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Continuing on the drive, here the pass goes into the end zone, and he finds his mark for the score. That takes the lead up to 7.
All right, Larry.
Guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be
The running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it. And if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll be out of bounds. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now a timeout.
Marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case,
and now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave. They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. In
head, because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there, and sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
Let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here. On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 39. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the second and goal. Got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit, even especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. And
across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Let's go! 3-19!
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Touchdown, 49ers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
On the ground, now on third. Do you go to the air? And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chris Gibbons from a yard out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the...
Here we go! Green, 39!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here again. This is taken at the 15. A beautiful fake. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Play caller sheet. They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play,
and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
Men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at. in Glendale, Arizona. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the San Diego Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, Parker.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much. Was open, so was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll look to throw. Finds his target, Chris Gibbons. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chris Gibbons there to make the grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air with a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before reaching.
The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver.
He'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 49ers have it later on the drive. Here the pass will be completed into coverage, and it leads to a touchdown. They'll take the early advancement. 49ers take it at the 24. The run will go outside to the left here, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Chargers on 1st and 5. Quick pass is complete, and this play will go for 6. Now trailing by 7. 3rd down at the 33. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. That'll do it for our final.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll look to throw.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now. What I would tell my offense right here, the punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us. Did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Their big-bodied receiver from 8 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in.
San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.